us in the Clubhouse, where everyone has a view of all the wonderful things to do.
Max? Where's my caterpillar?
Huh. He was in here earlier.
Where's my caterpillar, Max? Where's my caterpillar, Max?
He couldn't have gotten far. He's just a little bug.
Just a little bug? He was my friend! And now he's out there in the cold world, all alone! Oh, without so much as a name! The last time I saw him, he was in this jar! He's lost to us!
It's okay, Blueberry. I'm sure we can find him.
What a cool greenhouse! I didn't know you could grow vegetables inside like that. It's like having a farm inside your house.
Yeah, that greenhouse was so cool.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, Blueberry, because we are still inside. I want to race in Monte Carlo. Or duel the pirates of the Tuscaloosa.
Matey.
Or walk.
Well, geez, Max. You know, you don't have to go all the way to Tuscaloosa to have an adventure.
I don't.
No. There are tons of adventures to be had right here in Arkansas.
It's time for Civics in a Minute. Have you ever found yourself having to make a hard decision between two objects, places, or people? It's important to ask ourselves what we already know about our choices and think and learn about which is the best choice. When you need more information about something, do you go to the library or ask a parent or teacher to help you look online? Once you've done your research, you can participate in making a decision on your own. Learn more about being a good citizen with our toolkit and resources at myarkansaspbs.org/civics. Has it ever been hard for you to go along with a group decision when it's different from your own choice? How does it feel when you get to do something that was your choice? When you're playing games, do you feel differently if you lose or win? Learning to communicate in a respectful way in these times is very important. Let your voice be heard.
First of all, to go to the Breonna Taylor situation, a response that I hear pretty often is, well, you know, this is going to keep happening until people's hearts and minds change. But the issue is we've been waiting for that for a real long time. And I think what you're seeing from people of my generation and younger is that we don't want to wait on that. But I think what's more important than the individual level is the systemic level. And there are some real systemic problems. How did we get to the point that the Breonna Taylor even happened? And so you have to say, well, what are the policy decisions? I remember Dr. King saying that even though the law can't make a man love me, it can make him stop lynching me, and that's important. So we begin to change the policies. Well, a police department should change its policies, and even though a no-knock warrant entry may be legal, it's not moral and it's not safe. There are safer ways to execute that a warrant in that situation, especially when we're talking about a nonviolent drug offense. And so if we change the policy, then maybe we have somebody like Breonna Taylor who gets to live. Or if we reimagine the way we think about policing, and obviously, you know, there are tasks that police officers have to face that they're not necessarily equipped to face. And it's too much on the officer. And one example is mental health. And you have people who are dealing with mental health crises, and we need people who are trained to go into those situations.
We have no one, to my knowledge, in our audience who is 114, but we do have one who is delightfully close. That's Ms. Martha Wilding of Little Rock. Her question.
I have been trying to get a shot for the virus for weeks, and I am over 100, and I have not been able to get a shot from any place in Little Rock, Arkansas. I have called every drugstore, UAMS, and the doctors.
All right, Ms. Spencer, let's go to you first because you have such a broad range of individuals that you see in every dynamic. Any advice for a senior citizen, certainly one who's over 100? What kind of assistance is available for those who might not have relatives or close friends at hand?
You know, Steve, just hearing her talk, it touched my heart. But then I also thought about who does she have that can actually make those calls? Because I know that UAMS or a community pharmacy, if she actually has articulated her age, they would make every accommodation to make sure she's vaccinated.
One of the things that we run into that can exacerbate the disparities we see in vaccine delivery is that it does rely on a certain amount of ability to navigate the system. And so don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. We, as Southerners, the lifelong Southerner, right? We are resilient people. We can do it ourselves. This is a time that it's okay to ask for help. Ask somebody to help you get connected with who you need to get an appointment, because we are absolutely there for you. And I will say I felt the same way. I wanted to send this woman my email address to say, I will get you an appointment.
Oh, we're back? Okay, if you've been with us since last week, then you know how much I love music. That segment made me pull out my playlist so I could add Sister Rosetta Tharpe to it. Wow, what a great story. You know who else loves rock and roll music? My friend Joel Lookadoo. And I think he's back with another great math game for us. What do you have for us today, Joel?
Hey, thanks, Stacy. You know, that show on music in Arkansas was great, and it really made me want to play a little music myself. It's Monday morning, and we're here learning. Let's learn about ratios. Oh, yeah. Okay. So there's probably a reason that the show wasn't about me and my music abilities, but anyways, let's get to today's math topic, and that is ratios. And really, ratios are it's a relationship between two quantities or two different things, and we're looking at how they are related to one another. Like, think about making muffins. So if I'm making muffins, I'm going to have a package of this dry mix, and then I'm also going to have to add probably some liquid, whether that's water or milk. And a lot of times you might see a ratio that's like, hey, one package of the muffin mix with half a cup of milk or half a cup of water. And I would just add that in, stir it up, and I've got my muffins, right? Well, what they have done is they've created this ratio, one package of the mix to half a cup of the liquid. And that's all a ratio is. It's that relationship between two things. Let me give you another example. So French fries. Whenever I eat French fries, for every 10 French fries that I eat, I use one ketchup packet, those little ketchup packets. So if I were to expand that out, if it's a 10-to-1 ratio, 10 French fries to one ketchup packet, let's say I had a box with 40 French fries in it. Can you figure out how many ketchup packets I would need? Well, we can, because if I just multiply by 4, 10 times 4 is my 40 French fries. Well, if I have one ketchup packet for every 10 French fries, then for 40 French fries, I can use 4 ketchup packets, or that's at least what I would expect. And what we would call those 40 to 4 and 10 to 1, those are equivalent ratios.